All right, welcome everyone tonight to a very special Zoom that we're doing. It's all about Nerium International and our wellness chews. And I'm Vicki Downey, your two-star national marketing director. Very excited to be with you here tonight. We had a special training this morning and early afternoon, and we heard even more amazing stories regarding our wellness chews, and I can't be more excited to share such a great product with the world, quite honestly. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with all of you so you can, I'll actually do somewhat of a PowerPoint presentation, but we will have some testimonials at the end, and you'll hear some real people that have only been using these chews for about 3 weeks now and having incredible results. So, see here, and if you could mute yourselves if you're not already, that would be fantastic. So we have a really nice, clean recording. But so maybe a brand partner invited you on to hear more about these chews tonight, and we're excited that you're here. And you may know or may not know that Nerium is really, in my opinion, the quintessential anti-aging company of all time. We really are leading the way in holistic anti-aging, and with that, we started out as a skincare company, but we actually, hang on, everybody, shoot, technology is not always my friend, and I had it all set up to go to the perfect slide. So you know what? Hang on a second. I'm going to make sure. That's not working. We will find a way. So, okay, you know what? Here we go. Okay, so as you can see on this slide, we have more than just skincare now. We started out as a skincare company, and now we have morphed into, like I said, a complete anti-aging company out there. And all of our products are botanical, plant-based. They have clinical trials behind each one, years and years of science. Many of our partners with Nerium here, as you can see on this slide, have years and years of science behind their universities, their biotech companies. And so all of our products have been tested, as I mentioned, in human trials, and especially these chews have had human trials with it. And Cigna Biosciences, who is a lab outside of Princeton University, is one of our partners. I love to also highlight Cosmax is in Asia, one of the leading manufacturers of wellness products in Asia, and of course, Nerium Biotechnology. But who is Nerium? Because you know, before you're going to try a product, I know a lot of people want to know more about that company. And so we did, just really quickly on this, $100 million in our first year in business. And if you're dialing in or zooming in from a country outside of the United States, you may not have Shark Tank, but if you're in the US, you know that Shark Tank is an incredible entrepreneur TV show, actually. But it's very enlightening to find out what companies have to do to have investors partner with them. And most of the time, it's a couple 100,000 that a company does in a year, not even 1 million. And we did 100 million. Google didn't do that. Apple didn't do that. eBay hasn't done that. Company after company has not done that 100 million. And what that tells me as a consumer is that these are products that people love. These are products, because we have a 30-day money-back guarantee, that if they didn't work, people would have returned it. And there is no way, if you use common sense, to see that we would have had 100 million in our first year. And since then, we've grown to 1.5 billion in under 5 years. We're just about at that $2 billion mark. Inc. magazine ranked us #1 in our category of products. That's what you're here to hear about, and services. So we're in 13 different countries now. Very exciting, but just know that this company is very special. This company has real people that are part of it, real science, and real results. So, you know, what is special about these wellness chews? So as you can see here, I tried to blow up the picture as large as I could. You might be on your cell phone and it may not be that easy to read, but our wellness chews actually tackle a problem that actually is the $100 billion market in the industry, but the number 2 challenge that people have in the wellness category. Number 2, right? And it's 100 billion with a B market globally. And so what we're talking about is energy and sleep. Most people have issues with one or both. And I'm sure you're reading this slide, so I'm not going to read it all for you. But what these chews are doing are giving you a natural, calm, sustained energy throughout the day without, a spike or a jittery feeling that you might have. And our sleep chews are actually putting you to sleep at night within 15 to 30 minutes after eating one. And I've experienced it myself. To tell you a little bit more about each one, though, I want to move on to the slides on those. So we'll start with the energy one. If you're feeling tired at work, this is a gal at work, right? I want to have a little bit of fun here tonight. If this is you, you definitely want to look into our energy chew, right? If you're working on a keyboard, I just love this. I had to throw that in there. How about this one, right? Having trouble staying awake during the day, right? We've all experienced that in one point or another. So what's special about our energy chews? Well, honestly, what both chews are doing is helping balance your circadian rhythm. And, if we go back thousands and thousands of years, most people know that, when the sun rose, people got up, they did their work, and then when the sun went down, there wasn't any electricity, so they went to sleep, right? And it was over and over again, up when the sun rose, down when the sun went to sleep, right? They went to sleep. And then factor in modern technology and our busy lives, we're running out of energy, and our circadian rhythm is off. And when your circadian rhythm, your wake-sleep cycle is off, you're not performing at your optimum level, right? And so with this chew, and this is what it looks like, and if you guys could see me, I'm recording this, you'll see me in a tiny little square on the recording, but this is what the chew looks like, almost like a starburst, and you just chew it. I take one a day in the morning, and it gets me set up for an amazing day. What I've noticed is I've kept that sustained energy all day long. Right? I'm an alert, but that calm sense of alertness. And the chews, as you can see on this slide as well, in my opinion, are such a great price. At retail, they're $55. And as a preferred customer at the deepest discount, they're less than or a little over $1 a day. So they are $40 for a 30-day supply. So how about sleeping at night, right? I love this. Who doesn't love the Minions? At night, I can't sleep. And the morning, I can't wake up, right? Who's been there? I think, no matter what your age is, people have trouble with sleeping. And part of it is this, right? The blue light, the getting on your cell phone and checking social media, all those things, putting your TV on at night too is the worst thing you can do, yet most of us do it, and we can't fall back to sleep. That is definitely me. When I wake up, before the sleep chews, I could not fall back to sleep. It drove me crazy, and I toss and I turn. So we have the answer, our wellness chews, and both, by the way, have the Circadaplex formula in it, which is a patented ingredient from Nerium. You can't get it anywhere else. Again, everything is plant-based, and our products are actually delivering such good. You eat this chew, and we're getting a little bit of background noise. If you could mute yourself, thanks so much. If you eat this chew, don't eat it in the middle of the day unless you want to go to sleep. No joke. Within about 15 minutes, the first night that I had it, 15 minutes, I started slumping down in my seat where I was up with my husband and our kids were, with us. And I was just like, guys, I think I need to go to sleep now. I think these chews are really working. But what's in them is an adaptogen. And if you're not familiar with adaptogens are actually helping You relieve stress. So they're helping with the energy chews, there's adaptogens in there, and the sleep chews, there's adaptogens in there. And what those main ingredients are the reishi mushroom, which most people don't know about that. It's the queen of mushrooms, and I actually wrote some notes here so I don't miss anything. It's been used for thousands of years in Chinese medicine. It helps regulate stress. It helps with your sleep. It helps your hormones and balance cortisol levels. And I'm not going to get into too much on cortisol levels. The brand partner that invited you here on this Zoom, if you want more information, we have an incredible video that they can send you about all of this that really details everything. But just trust me on this. The reishi mushroom is the queen of all the mushrooms out there. The ashwagandha root is also an adaptogen. And it is also dealing with stress, helping you with stress. And on our trials, we had human trials, and they used just the ashwagandha root and leaf extract alone. And they saw 69% of the participants had less stress in that clinical trial, and 79% had less fatigue. How cool is that, right? And the go-to cola is also an adaptogen, and it is in both wellness products as well, and it's from India. And that's what is helping you with anxiety levels and sleep. So with both products, you're going to get more restful sleep. You're going to have more sustained energy during the day. And we really encourage you to try both. Maybe you're thinking, I have just sleep issues. Or maybe you're thinking, I can fall asleep, no problem. I'm out till the next morning, but I have issues with energy. We really encourage you to use both. And it's funny, at our training today, we had a gal from Indiana sharing with us, and she said she could fall asleep on a dime, no problem, but she had issues with energy. And she was originally going to just order the sleep chew, right? The energy chew. But she was glad that she tried both. She didn't really understand the circadian rhythm. And when she tried both, she realized, oh my goodness, they do work in tandem with each other. And her energy was better, her sleep was better, both. And now she's realizing, wow, my sleep is stronger. Even when I wake up, I'm able to fall right back to sleep. And then my energy during the day is sustained, and I definitely want both. And it's funny because I would have only bought the energy one in the beginning. I didn't realize that I needed both to reset that internal clock. So I'm going to actually stop the share at this point and open it up. We are going to have a few testimonials for you guys here tonight of people that have tried the sleep chews, and they have their own real results for you guys to hear about. So the first one is Kathy Preshaw. Kathy, are you there?
I'm here.
All right.
Hi, everyone. Hi. So I don't have trouble falling asleep. I usually fall asleep pretty easily. Within 5 to 10 minutes, I'm asleep. My biggest problem was I would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, boing, wide awake. And I would just get up out of bed and go start watching TV and looking at my phone and starting my day and planning my day at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I would crash come 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So since I started taking the chews, I fall asleep like normal, and I am sleeping like a rock through the entire night. Waking up at 5, 6 o'clock, which would be my normal time to wake up. And when I wake up, I'm completely refreshed. I don't feel tired. I don't feel groggy. And then I take the energy chew, and I am alert throughout the whole day. And I am amazed at how it's balancing the circadian rhythm, because I went to a doctor a while back, and he told me how important the circadian rhythm was to just our wellness. And so, yeah, that's it. I'm just thrilled with these.
Awesome, Kathy. And would you mind, I know you actually were at our conference in Las Vegas, and you actually told me that you you bumped into the scientists that formulated the products for us. Would you mind just sharing a little bit on how many they said you technically could take in one day? A little bit about that too.
Yeah, she told me that the chews have 62 milligrams of the Circadiplex in it, and that you could actually go up to 250 milligrams of them each day without any side effects, and that it actually would benefit you in other ways.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, because I know some people need even more energy, you know. They talked about the fact that, you know, if somebody is drinking a lot of Red Bulls already to begin with 3-4 a day, that, you know, no problem having multiple chews. And other people that really don't do any of that, you're going to want to start with one chew. So thank you so much for sharing that, because I thought that was so interesting.
Yes.
And I had the same thing happen. I had a super busy day the other day, and I remember you telling me that you met with the scientists and you could have as many as 4. And so I had taken my energy chew in the morning, and I needed it. I had gone, you know, full force all day long, and I took a second one and just felt great. And it didn't keep me up. It didn't keep me up at night. I took my sleep chew and went right to sleep. So that hopefully will help a lot of you out there as well. All right, so we are going to turn it over to our next speaker, our next testimonial. Lorene Lopez, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you. Thanks a lot for inviting me to share my story about the experience. So I'm going to just share a little bit about the 24-hour experience with the energy and the sleep. I most recently was promoted at work, and that was a major change in my day, because I have to take 2 trains to work and 2 trains home. And not that it's a long time to travel, but it's extremely stressful because of, unfortunately, a lot of homeless with this heat come out, and they're very aggressive. So you're kind of on your game. You can't really wear this and listen to music, because you kind of got to be aware. But anyhow, the energy chews, I've used energy products before, pre-workout drinks, weight loss related workout type of energy drinks, and it always made me really jittery, so I wasn't sure how this was going to work. And I've always had a lot of energy, so I decided that I would not wait until I was tired to try the energy chew, and wait till I am tired to try the energy chew. What I've noticed learning a new job with new procedures is I have a calm focus. And it's interesting, because that's exactly what it says on the package. There's a calm focus. I like that the product, Circadiplex, it helps regulate cortisol levels, and having genetics in my family with heart disease and almost every lineage in my background, cortisol is what can create bad levels of plaque in our veins, and it really can hurt us. Irregardless of what size we are, it can hurt us, because very thin people have high cortisol levels and they have heart attacks. So it has nothing to do with that. I like the regulation of that, because I feel like I'm doing something good about my, internal. But it just gives me this sustained energy that I just keep moving, keep going, and I'm clear. So I'm very glad about that, especially at 5 o'clock at night when I'm hitting that, that train ride again, and I got to go home, and then I do more. But in terms of the sleep, I've never really been a good sleeper, and I'm a very light sleeper, so I get up often. I wanted to just tell you about one in particular incident that I had last weekend. I had there was the fires, and then the heat. I got a sinus infection, and it turned into a cold sinus infection. So I went to see my doctor. I took a Benadryl type of sleep aid in the evening, and took a Benadryl during the day that was non-drowsy. Well, on night 2 of this sinus issue, I didn't take the sleep. I laid in bed and coughed it out until the cough would stop. So for 2 hours I was coughing at night, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take this sleep tube and lay on my side propped up and see if I could just fall asleep. I immediately fell asleep. I stopped coughing. That sleep helped accelerate my healing process. The next morning I felt much better, and I wasn't coughing. That was huge for me, because I just went out. So I am a true believer in the levels of healing that happens in our sleep. If we are active, if we aren't active, it doesn't matter. As we age, we need up to 8 hours of sleep. And like Kathy's experience, I woke up and felt refreshed and up on my game to hit that train ride again. And so I'm just truly amazed at what it's done for me in such a quick time of healing. And of course, the sleep is pretty obvious. But one thing I know is don't take it and start reading a magazine in bed. You have to take it and go straight to bed, because I felt kind of sedated and drugged trying to read. So I don't want to do that again. I want to just hit the bed, put it in my mouth, take a little sip of water, rinse my mouth, and go to sleep. And it helps, and it really works better that way for me. So thanks for letting me share.
Awesome. I love that. Yeah. Don't take it and expect to read or yeah, it's both are such incredible products. Thank you both so much for sharing. I was going to share, but you know what, I could just ditto what you guys were saying. And one last thing I'll just throw in for the sleep part of it. If you're married and you're flopping around in the middle of the night, you wake up and you're tossing and turning and you're keeping your poor spouse awake, it's definitely for you, because that's me. Poor John. poor John. I wake up and I toss and turn and I'm not easy about it. I didn't realize that, but anyway. But this has helped our marriage so much that way that I am out like a light. And even, like I said, if I do wake up, I'm able to go right back to sleep and I don't wake up groggy. I'm ready to tackle the day, and then I take the energy chew and I'm solid the rest of the day. So we are so excited that you guys were all invited on here. If you know someone that could use our wellness chews, definitely refer them to the brand partner that invited you. If that's you, definitely place your order. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee, empty bag guarantee, right? Here they are. Here's the size of the bags. Here's the chews, now that you guys can see them on the recording. But empty bag guarantee, you can try them for 30 days. If it works for you, great. If they don't, you can get your money back. And I love that. Just as a friend that loves to refer products, no matter who and where they're from, definitely we have the best guarantee out there. So thanks for joining us, and we hope to chat with you soon. Have a great evening. Bye guys.